one of the loneliest nights I've ever spent. But there's a lot of lonely nights I've ever spent in Vietnam. You see, I could say this was the worst thing that ever happened to me, but I had a lot of worse things that ever happened to me. And I had a lot of very lonely nights, you know. It's just one of those things. You're on watch, you're on a patrol. You always have a watch schedule in the middle of the night. Somebody always up. Well, I had a 2 to 4 watch. It's during the monsoons. We're in a mountainous region. Heavy canopy overhead. Rain still pouring down. It's dark as you can ever know. And you're sleeping because you always sleep. You pass out, you always sleep because you're so tired. And somebody nudges you and you know it's time to go to watch. It's your watch, 2 o'clock. Nobody has to say anything. He nudges you, you look at him, and he goes to his little area and you get out of your wet poncho liner. You're wet, always wet for 7, 8 days, however long you're out there. And you kind of, head on over to where the radio is with your rifle. And you sit by the radio and there's a tiny little chatter going on, very, very low. And you're cross-legged. I remember being cross-legged with my rifle on my lap. And my bush cover is pulled down to my eyebrows to keep the rain out of my eyes. And it's raining and it's dark. And all of a sudden, this darkness starts playing on your mind. You think you're seeing VC, NVA, you're alone. 7 guys are asleep depending on you. Grave responsibility, and it's the most aloneness you can ever have. And you think, any moment something horrible is gonna happen. And if somebody other than your own guys is gonna come up to you, you're gonna have to kill him. It's not even gonna be a question. Whatever, so all these weird, strange, odd little young thoughts, 20 years old at the time, going through your head. And the greatest relief is when, it's time for me to relieve that other guy so that you can go wrap yourself in that wet poncho liner and just kind of forget those 2 hours.